Welcome to Cooking School with Mama Ro. On this episode, we're going to be making fluffy garlic mashed potatoes. For this recipe, you are going to be needing potatoes, milk, butter, salt and pepper, and garlic. You'll need a chef's knife and a peeler. You will also need a large stock pot with a tight-fitting lid, your electric mixer bowl, and paddle attachment. The first step in our recipe is to peel our potatoes. If you need some more information, please refer back to the crudité episode when we peeled the carrots. Basically, you're going to take your peeler and just peel the potato. You're going to peel all the skin off of it. If you need to get in that little spot right there, you can take the top of your peeler and like a spoon, you can remove the eye of the potato. And there's the peel that's removed. So we're just going to peel our potatoes and then we'll show you how to chop them. Like in our pot roast video, you want to have your potatoes like bite-sized chunks. You want them even chunks as well so they cook evenly. So I took my large potato and I halved it and then halved it again. And I'm just running my knife through it to make the bite-sized chunks. The dog gets one too, it won't kill her. So we're just going to half it again to where it's quarter slices, or quarter chunks, or quarter pieces, whatever you're going to call it. It's a quarter of the potato. And you're going to run your knife through it in bite-sized chunks so they're all relatively the same size and will cook evenly in your pot. We have peeled and diced our potatoes. They're in our pot with our cloves of garlic that we just removed the skin off of. I literally just took a knife and smashed it a little bit and pulled the skin off of it. We're just going to throw those into our pot of potatoes for garlic mashed potatoes. We filled our pot with enough water to cover the potatoes, and then we're just going to bring it to a boil and then reduce the heat down and let it simmer for 20 to 30 minutes. We have brought our pot to a boil. We are going to reduce the heat down to a medium-low for simmering. We're going to cover our pot and let it simmer for 20 to 30 minutes or until we can pierce it with a fork. We have let our pot boil for about 20 minutes and we're supposed to be able to pierce it with a fork to know it's done. You can see that I pierced it with a fork and it fell off my fork. Therefore, I know that my potatoes are ready to be drained, and then we'll put them back in the pot and zhuzh them around. I'll show you that. I have drained the pot, or I've poured out the potatoes into a strainer, and I have put them back in the pot over a low heat, and we're just gonna shake them over the burner to release so that it cooks the excess water out and it makes them fluffier. So we've placed our garlic and our potatoes in my mixer, and we're going to turn it on low speed, and we're going to mash it all the way before we add anything else to it. As you can see, it looks lumpy, but the lumps they're looking for is the uncooked potato that's not mashed together. So as it keeps going, it keeps mashing it, although it kind of separates because you don't have those binders of the butter and the milk in it. So this is a perfect stage for it to be at, for us to go ahead and add our milk in. It's 1/3 to 1/2 cup, so we're just going to turn it on and add it slowly and let it mix until we feel like it's a good consistency. Consistency, and now I'm going to add my butter and my salt and pepper. So we're going to add our salt and our dash of pepper. Now remember, if you feel like you need more salt and pepper, you can taste it after you add all these ingredients in. So We have our 1/4 cup of butter that's going to go in as well. And then we're just going to vigorously mash it. This is the stage. It looks light and fluffy. You can mix it a little longer if you'd like. But this is the stage where you want to taste it. So that if you want to mix it longer or add more ingredients to it, then you can. I feel like this needs a little more salt, so I'm going to add another pinch or so of salt and then continue mixing. I'm actually going to take this and scrape it because I noticed that the top of it is not getting incorporated into the mix. It's just kind of continually coming up. So we're going to scrape the side of the bowl to make sure that all of it gets incorporated. And then with a clean spoon, we're going to taste it again to make sure that the amount of salt was good. And it was. These are light and fluffy and garlicky, and we'll show you the serving product. Welcome to Tip Talk, where we talk tips about mashed potatoes. The recipe calls for 6 medium or 2 pounds of potatoes. This is a large potato, this is a medium potato, and this is a small potato, roughly. So you need to make sure that when you have a medium potato, when it calls for medium, and you only have large, that you kind of measure things out or you eyeball it roughly. Because you may have to add more or less of your other ingredients when you mash them. So be aware of the size of potato and have fun. Please make sure to weigh your potatoes. This particular batch that I made weighed 2 pounds and 6 ounces. You want to make sure that you weigh them because of all the other ingredients you're using. If it's just slightly over, like the 6 ounces, go ahead and use just a little bit more butter or a little bit more milk to help give it that fluffy texture you're looking for. For your cleanup, because of the starchiness in the potatoes, you either need to put everything in water or wash as you go so that you don't have that starchy texture in everything and it makes it harder to clean at the end of your process. So once again, either wash as you go or put everything in water. I showed you in the peeling portion of our video how to use the tip of your peeler to get those eyes or little divots out of your potatoes. Please make sure that you can use that properly. It doesn't take a lot of effort. Just pull all those out and you'll be good to go, and your potatoes will be nice and fluffy and won't have any skin at all. Thanks for joining us on Tip Talk. Enjoy your mashed potatoes. These are our fluffy garlic mashed potatoes. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next episode.